Until the rooting tooth is pulled out, mouth must chew with caution. Today, everyone is talking about self-love. Everyone wants to love himself. I know, it's good. Self-love is very important. You need to love yourself. In fact, it comes first before loving anyone else. And this is why, until you know how to love yourself properly, you cannot love someone adequately. How do I love myself then? I have come to discover 7 things that we just do to show that we simply don't love ourselves. Here's the thing. I used to think that when a person loves somebody, naturally, he would know what to do. He would know how to show love. No one has to teach him how to do it. He would naturally know how to take care of the person who he loves. I was wrong because some people just don't know how to show love. They might love you, okay, they might love you, but the fact is, most people just simply do not know how to love. And as a result, they have destroyed the lives of people they claim to love. It's not because they don't love them, they do love them. But the problem is they don't know how. And because they don't know how, they become a toxin in the lives of the people they love. This got me thinking, how do I love myself then? And not to love myself to just become selfish, but to love myself in order to be able to love someone properly. Because don't forget, until you are able to love yourself well, you cannot love anyone properly. I have come to discover 7 things that we just do to show that we simply don't love ourselves. And I'm going to share this with you. 1, we don't take care of ourselves. Now, what does this mean? You see, when you love something, you take care of it. When you love something, you make sure it is safe. When you love something, you make sure it's healthy. Now, if you don't take care of yourself, it simply means you don't love yourself. Now, how does it mean to take care of yourself? Look, you have your emotional state, you have your mental state, your peace of mind is important, your physical health is important, your emotional state is important. It is important to take care of these things. It means anything that comes to destroy these things are not things that are good for you. It means I can't allow people to distract me. I can't allow people to take away my peace of mind. I can't allow toxic people into my life to destroy my life. I have to take care of myself. Isn't it amazing that we have toxic people in our lives and they make us feel insecure? They dampen us. They destroy our self-confidence. Now, if I really love myself, I would not allow these people anywhere near me. I would have to protect myself. That means taking care of my emotional state, taking care of my confidence. It means I have to be my own protector. If I take good care of myself, it means I will not listen to garbage. I will not listen to stupid things. I will not believe in lies and stupid things. I would not associate myself with things that would not benefit me. That means taking care of myself. I will eat well, so I would improve my health. I would go to the gym, so I would be in shape. I would learn, so I would enhance my mental muscles. It means I would take care of myself. 2, we don't improve ourselves. Now, it doesn't matter how many times you say you love yourself. If you are the same person you were 2 years ago, if you are the same person you were like 1 year ago, it simply means you don't love yourself. Now, for a simple reason, the world is not static. The world is always moving. It's always changing. And if you want the world to be kind to you, you will improve. Now, let me share this fact with you. People would only associate with value. If you have something with value, people would value you. It doesn't matter how many times they told you they can't live without you. The moment you stop being valuable, people will literally step on you and move away. That is just the nature of the world. Now, if you want to keep what you love, if you want to be consistent, if you want to remain relevant, you just need to improve yourself. This means you learn every day. You can't remain the same person you were last year and still want to maintain value. It does not happen. If you want to love yourself properly and if you want life to be kind to you, you will improve yourself. You can't remain the same person. You would improve your health. You would improve your mind. You would improve your status. You would improve the quality of the people that are surrounding you. You would improve your station in life. You can't remain the same person and claim you love yourself. You hate yourself. 3, you sacrifice for yourself. Now listen, the greatest form of expression of love is sacrifice. When you love something, you sacrifice for it. That's why the people who sacrifice for us, we can't forget them. There could be people in the past, they sacrificed for their countries, and now we are living in their shadows and we cannot forget them. The people who attain independence for certain countries today, because they sacrificed their lives for the independence, for their people, for their nation, today we can't forget them. The highest expression of love is sacrifice. The prophets came, holy people, and they sacrificed for the guidance of human being. Now think about this. Until today, thousands of years has gone by, and we still cannot forget them. Now, how amazing is this? It means if you can sacrifice, it means you love. That's why God loves sacrifice. When God wants you to get close to Him, He wants you to sacrifice something. And if you are able to sacrifice the thing that is dear to you, then God gives you more favor. Sacrifice is the highest expression of love. Now, how do you sacrifice for yourself? It means you have to delay gratification. There are things that seem good for you right now. They may give you satisfaction, but in the long run, they are toxic. This means there are people that seem good right now, but when you stay with them for long, they are not going to be good for you. You have to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice immediate gratification for future gain. You have to sacrifice the satisfaction of the toxins of drugs. You have to satisfy what gives you immediate pleasure, but then kills you in the long run. You have to know this, and you have to make this sacrifice, not for anyone else, but for you. You have to sacrifice associating with people that are fun, but toxic. You have to sacrifice because that is the highest expression you can show for yourself, which is the highest expression of love. Sacrifice, and you will have shown yourself great love. It is sacrifice. 4, we don't work towards freedom. Now, freedom is the thing. Freedom is what gives you station in life. Freedom is what gives you your position as a human being. You have to be free. So you just simply have to be free. Now, what does this mean? People really do things they hate. Most people are in a relationship not because it is their choice of relationship, but because they had no option. They think they have no option. They want to stay in a toxic relationship because they think they have no option. They want to stay in a job they hate because they think they have no option. They want to stay in the same location they hate because they believe they have no option. They would endure disrespect because they believe they have no option. They would endure all these pathetic things because they believe they have no option. Now they have enslaved themselves. They need freedom. Now, freedom is everything. Freedom would give you dignity. Freedom would give you the ability to shower praises upon yourself and to take good care of yourself. Now, if you are not free, you cannot take care of yourself. Someone will do that for you, and you would curse yourself for it. At the end of your life, you would wish you had not done that. You would wish you had taken the toughest path to freedom. Freedom is the golden thing. You have to gain freedom. Freedom from toxic relationships, freedom from toxic jobs, freedom from things you hate, freedom from people who want to cripple you, freedom from people who dampen your spirit, freedom from people who actually destroy your self-confidence. You have to break free. If you don't want to walk towards this freedom, because it is hard, because it's scary, don't get me wrong, towards freedom, the road to freedom is scary because you don't know how long it's going to take you to get out of that. You don't know what is beyond this desert of, walk towards freedom. But at the end of the day, if you are able to attain this freedom, it will be worth every sweat of it. So, freedom, whilst you are suffering here, make sure you have a plan in place to set yourself free. If that place is not favorable, you have to find a way to liberate yourself. Work towards freedom. Now, 5, you don't cut off rotten people. Let me give you this quote. It's from a book, The Gods Are Not to Blame by Olarotimi. He says, until the rooting tooth is pulled out, mouth must chew with caution. Now, you have to be careful when you have a rotten part of your body. Now, the Hausa people say, it literally means your arm would not get rotten and then cut it off. I differ. When you have a rotten arm, cut it off. When you have a rotten leg, cut it off. If any part of your body is rotten, you have to cut it off for a simple reason. If you don't cut off the rotten part of your body, you would end up cutting your entire life. You would lose your entire life, because this is what rotten things do. They cripple and they corrupt the rest of the body. They would not stay rotten. They would start eating the healthy part of you. And before you realize, all the healthy part of you are being taken over by the rotten part. Now, I thought about these movies they make, the horror movies, okay? And then you have these horror people, and they are the corrupted people. They are the rotten people. Now, think about this with me. It is an analogy. If you have one part of the population rotten, you watch those movies, right? You watch the horror movies. All they have to do is to bite you. And when they bite you, the bite is so strong that it corrupts you, and you become rotten, and you become part of them. And in some of those movies, all those horror guys will just keep eating all the healthy people. And by the end of the movie, only one person is left standing because he fought the rotten people. It's the same way with your biology. If you don't kill or cut off the rotten part of your body, it will eat you up, and you would become rotten, and you would be identified as a rotten person. Now, this means if you love yourself, you would cut off rotten part. This means cutting off your rotten habits, habits that are eating you up, habits that are damping your spirit. You need to cut off rotten people from your life. Now, they were friends, but now they are toxic. They have become rotten. They are not any good for you. You have to cut them off. Now, here's the thing. When you talk about rotten people, people get excited. Everybody is talking about cutting off people. We want to cut off people. We want to cut them off. Everybody is talking about cutting off people. Now, here is the danger. Most people just want to cut off people without actually confirming that these people are actually rotten. Before you cut off anyone, you have to make sure he is rotten in the first place. You don't cut off healthy part of your body. Now, here's the difference. When you cut off a rotten part of your body, you heal. But when you cut off a healthy part of your body, you hurt. It means you've lost it, and it is your fault. So before you cut off anyone, whether friend, whether a loved one, whether a family, whether a habit, make sure it is rotten. And if it is not rotten, don't cut it off. As simple as that. Don't be stupid. Make sure you confirm this is a rotten part. If he is rotten and he is still your friend, cut him off. If he is a loved one and he is rotten, cut him off. If he is a lover, if he is a job associate and a partner and he is rotten, cut him off. If it is a habit that is rotten, cut it off. Cut off rotten part, lest it devours you and you lose your life. Now, if you love yourself, you would cut them off. 6, have fun. Have fun with life. Isn't it amazing that people want to jump a stage of their life? They are in a hurry to be like big people. They are in a hurry to be the bosses. They are in a hurry to speak like elderly, to be like big men. Relax. Don't rush. Play your age. We are all heading towards death. You don't need to rush it. Play your age. Have fun with life. See, the world is flexible. If you are rigid, it's going to just be hard for you. You can't be rigid in a very flexible world. You have to loosen up a bit. Now, sometimes we want to be so serious. Sometimes we want to be so rigid. Sometimes we want to feel like we are bosses. Everybody is talking about being a boss, being this, being a boss man, being a top G, and all of that. Relax with your life. I mean, what is life without fun? Act your age. If you are young, act your age. Now, this is what it means. At every stage, there are things we are expected to do. And if we do them right, we get the next stage right. Now, look, as a kid, if you did not have fun as kid, it affects your psychology. You grow up and you become something else. Just examine the life of all these people with pathology, people who are like insane, who have done some insane things in the world. All I want you to do is go and check out their childhood. They did not have a healthy childhood. So they grew up to be these kind of rigid people. There is no fun in their lives. Why? Because they did not have a good, flexible, happy childhood. They were supposed to have it. At that stage, it is important because it grows your mind. So you go with the flow of life. But if you don't, it comes back to hurt you. I dare you, go and search the life of all these people who have been so serious in life. Check their childhood and see how it was. They did not have a healthy childhood. This means at every stage of life, there are things that are expected of us, and we need to do it. If your stage expects you to have fun, have fun. But that does not mean you spend the entire time having fun. The kid will have fun, but learn at the same time to prepare for the next stage. So, whilst you are having fun with your age, whilst you are playing with your age, you play your age, make sure you are preparing for the next stage. That's all it is. Have fun. If you love yourself, you will play your age. If you love yourself, you would be ease. If you love yourself, you will take it easy with life. And then you would appreciate the simple, fun details of your life. Just play your age and have fun with life. That is all it is. Have fun. There is nothing bad about fun. People talk as if they are against fun. Do not be an anti-fun. What is that? You are against fun now? You don't want people to have fun now? Now, relax with it. Relax with life. Have fun. If you do love yourself, you will have fun. And 7, you self-destruct. You distract yourself. Whenever you are doing something good, you stand on your own way. Whenever you are trying to progress, you become your own sabotage. Now, I understand when people sabotage you, they are the adversaries, right? They are the enemies. But when you distract yourself, you are the enemy. You don't love yourself. Now, you don't self-destruct. Now, what does it mean to self-destruct? It simply means you are doing things that will destroy your own progress. You do things that will take away your own happiness. You do things that eventually kills you. You are destroying yourself. That is self-sabotage. You don't believe in yourself. You don't believe you can do it. Now, for some people, it is not their fault because of the background they come from. It is unthinkable that they believe they would be multimillionaires, for example, or they would have certain position in life. It is possible. These have this effect on their mind and the way they think. But anything is possible once you put your mind to it. And if you want to learn, there is nothing, absolutely nothing that is impossible. You just need to learn and do not sabotage yourself. Self-sabotage means you associate with people who cripple your progress. Self-sabotage means you are eating unhealthy that sabotage and kills your health. Self-sabotage means you believe in things that will not help you progress in life. You listen to so much garbage that you fill your mind with things that are untrue and you have this negative outlook about life. That is self-sabotage. Self-sabotage means you only listen to teachings that are counterproductive. Self-sabotage means you are not doing yourself any good. You are your own enemy. And if you love yourself, you would stop self-sabotaging. And these are things I come to understand, that if we truly love ourselves and we want to show love to people, we must first and foremost show this kind of love towards ourselves so we would understand how it is to then love someone else. And if you can't love yourself properly, there is no way you can love anyone adequately. Now, you love yourself, right? I suggest you do it right. And when you love yourself properly, then the results of love will manifest in your life. And that is growth. And that is improvement. And that is a life that is full of happiness, joy, and value. That's all it is. Love yourself, my friend. Love yourself.